Hey everyone, I'm your host Jordan Banderas, and this is the Bad Influence Podcast. And before we get started, don't forget to smash the subscribe or follow button so you don't miss out on any episodes. So let's get started. So, I finally had this type of conversation with my wife, which I thought it will be with like either our kid or our nephew, like those kind of questions where your teenage kid or nephew ask you like, what is sex, what is alcohol, something like that. Well, my wife asked me, what is OnlyFans? At first I was taken aback because I was like, have you not heard about it? Have you not seen the links on Instagram about it? Have you not seen the videos about it? Like, this has been on the news, this has been everywhere, and there's a lot of people that have done it and they post online how much money they have made off of it. So I was kind of surprised that my wife didn't know. So I was telling my wife that OnlyFans is an actual platform, an online platform where you can actually do, for what I have heard, anything and everything, except if it's illegal, obviously. But there's people that do porn, there's people that actually do cooking classes, there's so many things. It's OnlyFans pretty much is anything goes. But the thing about this is that you can charge so people can get your content. So that's how people actually make money off of it, which I think is a pretty good idea. But it's like some people do charge a lot, some people do charge a little, but in the end they end up making money. So I guess that's what matters in the end. So because of this explanation, my wife was a little intrigued. So she asked me, what can you do on it? Like, what exactly can you do on it? Like, what do you know about it? I was like, this is not the type of conversation I want to have with my wife, but I guess it's okay. And I was telling her like, well, people make porn on it. That's pretty much what sells the most, like sexy pictures, all of that, because sex sells. And also other people do other things, like music classes, they do cooking classes. I know that some people actually sell their recipes. They actually make recipes based on what you tell them that you like, and then they sell them to you, and that's how some chefs have been able to make money. And it makes sense because you get your own personalized recipe that you can follow. Some people sell videos of making food. Like, there's so much stuff in there, and like I said, you can do so much. So after this brief explanation about what you can do on OnlyFans, the most important question came up in this conversation with my wife, which is, why will someone do it? And I was like, okay, that's a little bit of a more easier question to answer, because OnlyFans took off right after the pandemic, when people started losing their jobs and they needed a way to make ends meet. They started going into OnlyFans because other people were posting on TikTok and Instagram and like, oh look, I just made $100,000 a month. So people started literally like flocking to it. And a lot of people have been making a lot of money because now there's been teachers that have been able to retire, which I totally understand because teaching has become a hard profession now. There's been nurses, there's been doctors, there's been lawyers, there's been a lot of people that literally quit their jobs to do OnlyFans, and they have been making like millions of dollars. I read this story online the other day where this girl finally reached $1 million in 3 years. And she was like an assistant to an attorney or something like that. So it's like, wow, she made a lot of fucking money. So that's the reason why people would do it. Some people really do like it as well. I was also reading the other day about why women would do it. And a lot of the stories that women were sharing is that because of them making sexy pictures and all of that, they were feeling confident about themselves. They actually started to love their bodies and everything. I'm like, I mean, it makes sense to me, but it's like, oh, to each their own, to each their own. And here's the other thing though about OnlyFans. It's not illegal. That's the thing. And like I said, anything pretty much goes in there. Like, and because it's not illegal, the only thing that happens when you try to do it is that people criticize it. And my question to that, and this is why I asked my wife as well, what's the difference between doing that and being a stripper or a hooker? Nothing. Or even selling drugs. Literally, there's nothing in regards to that. Like, there's no difference, because if you're a hooker, obviously you're literally selling yourself, and if you're a stripper, you're using your body to make money, which is pretty much what OnlyFans do, or a lot of people using OnlyFans do. I've seen this guy. This was on the news 2 years ago, and I was like, maybe I should do it. This guy with a dad bod, he wasn't even he didn't even have a six-pack or anything like that, not that it matters. He literally will take pictures of himself, just sexy pictures without a shirt, and he will make literally around $25,000 a month. And the clients or the fans were all like, oh, this is the best thing that I have seen all day. Most of them were single women, things like that. So I was like, well, I guess you can really make a lot of money with it, even if you're not considered, an Instagram model or anything like that. Now, the other thing with OnlyFans, and this is why I say anything pretty much goes, and this is where people make a lot of money, is that there's a fetish for everyone. Everyone, or a lot of people at least, have their own fetish. Because on OnlyFans, I have seen, and this has been on the news, you can Google it, people sell fart jars. I'm not even fucking kidding. When I first heard that, I was like, what? Literally, somebody supposedly takes a fart in a jar, closes it, and sends it to a fan who has paid, let's say, $100. There was a girl that was selling them for $100. She was on the news. Sells it for $100. The fan gets it, and I don't know what they do with it, which I think it's even more funnier, because it's not like you're going to grab the jar, you're going to open it, and then you're going to sniff it and be like, it smells delicious. I just spent $100 on this thing, There's that. There's also people that sell feet pictures, just literally pictures of their feet, which there's a fetish for that. There's people that sell breast milk. There's obviously people that sell sexy pictures or naked pictures, and there's people that sell dirty underwear, and the list goes on. That's what I'm saying. Anything can go on OnlyFans as long as it's not illegal. And when I say it's not illegal, I was reading this thing online too, where this girl that was making a lot of money doing porn on OnlyFans was sleeping with fans, so she was getting paid to sleep with fans, and they kick her out because supposedly that's not what the platform is all about. But anyway, the other thing about OnlyFans, and this is why I explained to my wife, is that a lot of the times, and I'm not even kidding, you don't have to show your face. And you might be like, what? That's right. You don't even have to show your face. There was this story. I don't know why I keep reading these stories on Facebook. They just pop up on my feed. I don't know why. I guess it's the algorithm or whatever. But I read this story about this girl that doesn't show her face at all. All she does is take pictures on her bikini. And she has over 100,000 fans that pay literally $20 a month to see her pictures or her videos. So I'm like, that's a lot of fucking money a month just to show your body, and not even your face. That tells you what kind of fetishes people are going after. Like, you don't even have to show your face for that. That's pretty cool in my opinion, if you want to do it. And I even say that to my wife. It's like, hey, if you want to do it and you don't even have to show your face, I'm all up for it, because I want to retire from working. If you can make $200,000 a month, go for it. Like, I can set up the office for you. I can buy a nice camera for you. I can take the pictures. I can take the videos. Don't worry, I'll support you. But the other thing about this, and this is another thing that I was telling my wife about this, is that you have to be good at it. You have to know how you need to take good pictures, because people don't want to pay for pictures that look like crap. And I'm not attacking anybody. It's just true. Like, people want to pay $20 for something good, especially if it gives them some kind of excitement. So you have to be good at it. You also have to spend money to make money, because sometimes you have to hire a photographer so they can take actually good pictures of you, like those kind of boudoir pictures, like professional pictures. So in the end, you will be helping the economy, or you are helping the economy by doing OnlyFans, because if you hire somebody else to do it, to do pictures for you, then you're helping somebody else pay their bills. So it works out in the end. It all works out. Like, you become a boss, pretty much. But like I tell my wife, in the end, all you can do is try. So it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what they think about it, because it's not illegal. And if you don't even have to show your face, and nobody will know why you do what you're doing, then it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're going to be able to pay your bills, which is what a lot of people say. That's why they do it. There's moms that have done it, and they say like, oh, well, I don't give a fuck about what people say, because in the end, I'm able to pay off my house, have a roof over my kids' head, take them to places they never been, give them the best life they can, and all I have to do is take a sexy picture. That's pretty much it. But like the other people were saying, is like, oh, it gives them confidence. That may help you too, because they start taking care of themselves, so they can actually look good on the pictures. So it's a win-win for the fans. It's a win-win for you, because you're making money and you're taking care of yourself. That's how I see it. So if you are deciding to do OnlyFans because, inflation, everything is expensive right now, and maybe your income right now is not paying for everything that you want or everything that you need, and you're like, you know what, I might try it, then try it. But you're gonna have to promote it. You're gonna have to work hard on it. You're gonna have to take good pictures. You're gonna have to bring people to your page so they can actually subscribe, and then you can make the money that you need. That's pretty much what OnlyFans is. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk on today's episode. This is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, because people like to judge, and people don't like to be judged. So it doesn't matter what they say. If you end up doing this, then do it and give it 100%. That way, when people criticize you, you can look at your bank account and say like, your words don't matter to me. Why? Because I just made $100,000 in 1 month. That's pretty much what it's all about. It's all about the money, and that's why people do it. So if you want to do it, do it. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you want to DM me directly, you can do it on social media, or you can email me at Jordan, the bad influence at gmail.com. And I'll give you my final thoughts. It doesn't matter what they think if you end up doing something like this. What matters is that you know why you're doing it, and if you can take care of yourself after you do this and the people that you care about, that's all that matters. And have a great day.